All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this one skill that you should have, it's going to change everything about generating income online. It's just one skill and you need to be here. Okay, this one skill, and no, it's not drop shipping, it's not affiliate marketing, it's not any other thing that you probably have heard many people talk about. This one skill is going to really get you to where you want to be when it comes to building your online presence, but also generating income. And this one skill is, well, just wait a minute. I'm not just going to give you the one skill right now. I will give you though. Before you do that, go ahead and smash the thumbs up to tell me and the algorithm that you're liking the content you get here, and subscribe if not subscribed. What is this one skill? Well, let's look at the most biggest problem that you will ever encounter. If you're watching this video, most likely you want to be better, you want to get better, you want to be able to generate income, preferably online. But the problem is, as you know, only a fraction of people online actually know how to make money online. The question here is, how do they do it? Now, there are many ways to make money online, and I don't want to emphasize just the making money online, because I'm more about creating infrastructure to generate income that is sustainable, number one, and of course is ethical. That's very important. But how do they do it? The people who are really doing it. Now, there are many skills you can learn. You can learn how to be a designer, you can edit videos, you can learn how to do even programming and all these things. And those are wonderful skills for you to generate income. But there's a better strategy. Most of us, what we do, we go from one strategy to the next. You do drop shipping, and then you do affiliate marketing and do whatever else is famous or popular right now. And so you're just moving from one thing to the next and never really grab anything that actually works sustainably. There's a better strategy, and I will tell you. Actually, if you are interested, I have another video, which is here or here, where I talk about the reason why you are broke and how to unbroke yourself to actually start generating money. So after this video, you can just click on this or somewhere here and go to that. Okay, as we speak right now, as you're watching this video, there are many people that are actually making money online. They're generating income that you and I can't even imagine. And the thing that we need to think about here, what is it that they're leveraging? Well, nowadays, there's this one thing called AI. If you haven't heard of AI, then you probably are living under a rock, which maybe some of you are, no judgment. The leveraging of a certain technology, that is where the gold rush is. Now, when we talk about gold rush, the idea seems to always be, okay, something that is a rush happens and then we move on. That is true, but the gold rush era lasted for a very long time, in a sense that even when it ended, it continued because it generated other opportunities. You see what I'm saying? And so there's this thing called ChatGPT, AI, right? That's the big hot thing right now. And the idea here that we want to start thinking about is, how can we leverage this gold rush right now of AI to our advantage, but also producing something that is indeed of value for people. And that is the thing you need to think about. Now, when you go to ChatGPT and open ChatGPT, you see this box here. This box says message ChatGPT. What do you see when you look at this? Yes, you just see a box. Right, it is just a box where you can enter something and hopefully something fun happens. But I look at it as the opportunity. This, my friends, is where the opportunity is. You have to think about what's happening here. Instead of looking at this as just a box, a chat box per se, this is the window or even the door to freedom. This is what gives you the leverage. Leverage is the key word. Leverage is anything that you can use to springboard you to a different level, whatever you want to be. And my friends, this is your leverage. Now, what does that mean? That means that the person who's going to win at this is going to be the person who knows how to communicate with this leverage, with this chat box here. Because you see, ChatGPT is AI. In the back end, you're communicating with what we call large language models. So essentially is this huge software that has a lot of information, textual information, video, everything that has ever been done and recorded online. And you can actually tap into that knowledge. So as you know, you can ask questions how to become rich by giving lots of value. Let's see what's going to say. Aha, there we go. So now our leverage is here. It's telling us exactly what needs to be happening for you to do or become whatever you are trying to become. In this case, we want to become rich by giving value. And you can see right away, it gives us identify your unique value proposition. Wow, interesting. Build and scale your platform. Very interesting. Monetize your expertise. Very interesting. Reinvest in your business. And all these steps are just happening just like that. And so you see that in order for you to leverage this, you need to speak its own language. How do you do that? Well, you can ask anything, but you have to be smart what you ask. If you want to clearly get the right response, you have to learn the language. This one skill that you have to master right now is the skill called prompt engineering. So prompt engineering is the science, is the skill that allows you to learn how to communicate with this large language model that I'm talking about here. So this backend that has a lot of knowledge about pretty much everything that has been written, and you need to learn how to communicate with it so that you can get the right answers. Prompt engineering. That is what you need to learn. Okay, now don't go anywhere. Did you know there are people right now who are making over $100,000 a year just by learning how to interface? And if you think about it, that is insane. That tells me that there is a need for something right now that you can tap into. Now, you can say, well, I don't want to work for anybody. That is very valuable. But we need to look at the trends. The trend is saying there are people who are making over $100,000 a year by learning how to communicate effectively with ChatGPT, with the large language model. What does that tell us? Well, that tells us there's a trend, there's a gold rush, because if somebody is willing to pay that much to one person for this skill, then there are more people who want that skill, right? There's importance in that skill, and that's how you have to think about this. That's how you are able to find the gold rush. Now, your question is, okay, Paulo, how do I leverage or use this leverage to my own advantage, right? How do I make money with ChatGPT? Now, there are a lot of different ways you can do this. Now, here's the strategy for you to win with this. Number one, you have to learn, of course, how to use ChatGPT, meaning you have to master prompt engineering, which means learn how to talk to the machine. Never thought I would be saying that. Wow, but that's where we are. So once you master prompt engineering, by the way, if you're interested in learning more about prompt engineering, I am thinking about putting together a course where I teach you about ChatGPT, but most importantly, how to master prompt engineering. So if you're interested, make sure to leave a comment that says, I am interested in mastering prompt engineering. Once you have learned how prompt engineering works, you have two options. You can go ahead and get a job as an engineer, a prompt engineer, or you can become an AI prompt engineer freelancer, because as I said, there are many companies that perhaps don't want to hire people permanently for those positions, but they will hire people who want to do freelance work. That's another huge opportunity. Now, my favorite, because I'm an entrepreneur, my favorite way of leveraging this skill is this one: to start your online business. So you know by now that I am a huge fan of having digital assets. Digital assets are just small things that you can sell online that will bring revenue. Keep in mind, it's always about giving value. And now we can leverage ChatGPT to help us create value and then sell to people. A good example would be for you to create an ebook, a coloring book, or templates that you can sell. There's so many niche products you can create with AI. So really, the sky's the limit. And by the way, you can also ask ChatGPT to give you ideas. You can say, give me 10 ideas for online business I can start related to selling digital assets. And let's see what our beautiful friend will say. And voila, it goes ahead and gives us all this information, some ideas. Niche educational platform, digital toolkits for creators, that's a good one. Membership sites, app development for content creators, ebooks and guides. Look at that, ebooks and guides, stock code components, and goes on and on. So this is the entrepreneurial side of me that starts looking at ways that I can leverage this awesome tool that all of us, that you have access to, I have access to, and so we can leverage this awesome tool to start our own online businesses by selling digital assets. That is the mindset. I still have one thing to tell you. Now, the great thing about this one skill, which is mastering how to communicate with AI, is that this is here to stay. AI is here to stay. It's not going to go away anytime soon. In fact, it's just growing, keeps growing and growing. So leverage these tools. This is the gold rush. Here's the thing. If you're interested in learning more about AI, ChatGPT, how to leverage AI to build your online businesses that actually are sustainable, because I'm big on that. That makes sense. They're giving value to people. Then let me know, because I'm in the process of putting together a course on AI, ChatGPT, on how to really leverage it to your advantage so you can actually start making money online. Okay, so if you're interested in that, make sure to leave a comment and also follow the link in the descriptions where you can go and be part of the waiting list. That way, as soon as I have it ready, you'll be the first person to know, and you will get a huge discount for being the first people. Again, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. And as always, thank you and be well.